TV soap news and spoilers say that the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a crimson glow over the manicured lawns and opulent mansions of Fairmont Crest, the elite enclave where secrets festered like wounds beneath the surface of polished perfection. In the latest episode of Beyond the Gates, the simmering tensions in this gilded community boiled over, exposing raw truths and shattering the fragile facade of Nicole and Ted's marriage. The fallout was nothing short of cataclysmic, a dramatic unraveling that left viewers clutching their remotes, hearts pounding, as the question loomed: will Ted flee Fairmont Crest after his devastating confession, or will he cling to the wreckage of his life, hoping for redemption? The episode opened in the opulent living room of Nicole's sprawling estate, where crystal chandeliers gleamed and silk drapes framed floor-to-ceiling windows. Nicole, her auburn hair pulled into a tight chignon, paced the room with the restless energy of a caged panther. Her emerald eyes flashed with a mixture of fury and heartbreak as she vented to her confidante, Vanessa, about the betrayal that had come to light. Leslie and Ted, she spat, the names dripping with venom. How could he do this to me? To us? Her voice cracked, betraying the vulnerability she fought so hard to conceal behind her polished exterior. Vanessa, lounging on a velvet chaise with a glass of Pinot Noir in hand, tilted her head, her dark curls cascading over one shoulder. She was the voice of reason in Nicole's storm, her calm demeanor a stark contrast to the chaos unfolding. "Nicole, darling," she said, her tone measured but firm, "you're not being entirely honest with yourself. You're hurt, yes, but there's more to this than anger. You need to talk to Ted. Really talk to him. Lay it all bare." Her words hung in the air, a challenge to Nicole's carefully constructed walls. Nicole's pacing stopped abruptly. She turned to Vanessa, her lips parting as if to protest, but something in her friend's steady gaze silenced her. The truth was undeniable. Beneath the rage, a flicker of longing still burned for the man who had once been her everything. Ted, with his boyish charm and quiet strength, had been her partner in building their empire in Fairmont Crest. But now, that empire was crumbling, and the fault lines ran straight through their marriage. The scene shifted to a tense confrontation at the Crest Country Club, where Nicole had arranged to meet Ted. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine from the meticulously tended gardens, and the soft clink of champagne glasses echoed from nearby tables. Nicole stood by the fountain, clutching Ted's navy silk tie, a relic of their happier days, now a symbol of his infidelity. When Ted arrived, his tailored suit slightly rumpled and his eyes shadowed with guilt, the tension between them was palpable. The tie dangled from Nicole's hand like a noose. "Ted," she said, her voice low but sharp, "I need to know the truth. Did you sleep with Leslie?" The question was a blade, slicing through the pretense they had both clung to for months. Leslie, the enigmatic newcomer to Fairmont Crest, had a reputation for stirring trouble. With her sultry laugh and calculating eyes, she had slithered into their social circle, leaving chaos in her wake. Nicole had sensed the danger from the start, but she hadn't expected Ted to fall into Leslie's web. Ted's jaw tightened, and for a moment, it seemed he would deflect, as he had so many times before. His eyes darted to the ground, then back to Nicole, searching for an escape. "Nicole, he began, his voice faltering. The weight of her gaze pinned him, and the lie he had prepared dissolved on his tongue. "Yes," he admitted, his voice barely above a whisper. "It was a mistake. A terrible, stupid mistake." The confession hung between them, heavy and suffocating. Nicole's face contorted, a storm of emotions, shock, betrayal, and a flicker of vindication, flashing across her features. "A mistake," she repeated, her voice rising. "You think that excuses it? You've handed me everything I need for divorce court, Ted. You've destroyed us." Her words echoed across the manicured lawn, drawing curious glances from nearby patrons, who quickly averted their eyes, pretending not to notice the unraveling of Fairmont Crest's golden couple. Ted reached for her, his hand trembling, but she stepped back, clutching the tie tighter. "Don't," she warned, her voice a low growl. You don't get to touch me anymore." The pain in her eyes was raw, unfiltered, and it cut Ted deeper than any words could. He had always prided himself on being the steady one, the rock in their tumultuous marriage, but now he stood exposed as the architect of its ruin. The episode masterfully wove in flashbacks to flesh out the depth of their fractured relationship. We saw glimpses of happier times, Ted and Nicole dancing under the stars at their wedding, their laughter mingling with the music, quiet mornings in their sunlit kitchen, where Ted would sneak kisses while Nicole flipped pancakes. These memories contrasted starkly with the present, where every glance between them was laced with accusation and regret. The betrayal with Leslie wasn't just a single act, it was the culmination of months of distance, of unspoken resentments and neglected promises. Leslie, for her part, remained a shadowy figure in this episode, her motives unclear but her impact undeniable. Rumors swirled through Fairmont Crest about her past, a string of broken relationships, whispers of manipulation, and a knack for exploiting vulnerabilities. Had she targeted Ted deliberately, sensing the cracks in his marriage? Or was she simply a catalyst, exposing the rot that had already taken hold? The show teased these questions, leaving viewers hungry for answers. As the episode progressed, the focus shifted to Ted's internal struggle. Alone in his study, surrounded by mahogany bookshelves and the faint scent of aged whiskey, he grappled with the consequences of his actions. The camera lingered on his face, capturing the torment in his eyes as he replayed the moment of his confession. He had always seen Fairmont Crest as his sanctuary, a place where he and Nicole could build a legacy. But now, it felt like a gilded cage, every corner haunted by the specter of his mistake. Vanessa's words to Nicole echoed in Ted's mind as well, "Lay it all bare." He knew he owed Nicole more than a confession, he owed her an explanation, a reckoning. But could he face her again, knowing the ammunition she now held? Divorce court loomed like a guillotine, and Nicole's threat was no idle one. She was a formidable woman, her intelligence matched only by her tenacity. If she chose to fight, she would leave no stone unturned, and Ted's reputation in Fairmont Crest would be in tatters. The question of whether Ted will leave Fairmont Crest is the beating heart of this storyline. The Enclave, with its manicured perfection and suffocating social hierarchy, has been both his refuge and his prison. Leaving would mean abandoning the life he and Nicole built, their estate, their status, their shared history. But staying meant facing Nicole's wrath and Leslie's unpredictable presence. Leslie, with her siren smile and penchant for chaos, was a wild card. Would she pursue Ted further, or had her conquest been merely a game? The episode closed with a haunting scene, Ted standing at the edge of Fairmont Crest's gated entrance, staring out at the world beyond. The gates, wrought iron and imposing, seemed to mock him, a reminder of the boundaries he had crossed and the ones he could never escape. The camera panned to his face, his expression a mix of resolve and despair, leaving viewers to wonder, would he walk away, seeking a fresh start far from the wreckage of his marriage? Or would he stay, fighting for a chance at redemption, however slim? The drama of Beyond the Gates thrives on these questions, weaving a tapestry of human frailty and resilience. Nicole's pain, Ted's guilt, and Leslie's machinations are threads in a larger narrative about trust, betrayal, and the cost of secrets in a world where appearances are everything. As the season progresses, we can expect more revelations to shake Fairmont Crest to its core. Will Nicole wield her newfound power in court, dismantling Ted's life piece by piece? Or will she find a way to forgive, driven by the love that still lingers beneath her anger? And what of Leslie, will she emerge as a villain or a misunderstood figure with her own story to tell? For now, the gates of Fairmont Crest remain closed, trapping its residents in a web of their own making. Ted's decision, whether to stay or to leave, will ripple through the community, reshaping alliances and exposing new truths. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on B.